Let's see, you're an extreme challenge. Ah, you're a hard one. I kind of feel like I'll do the hard ones first. Still a lot of them here. Elbow, another elbow one. Wasn't the other one called elbow also? Okay, we're gonna run out of hards soon. But like it looks like there's like what? So there's 8 of them here, and what, half of them are hard, I think? Oh boy, a subterranean one. Huh. Huh. Okay. Once again, we know exactly where every piece has to go ultimately, although these two can be switched with each other probably. But these two have to form a little hoop that makes those two on the left connect with each other. And then this one has to go underground to connect to the underground one. Which should be simple in theory. But I imagine this doesn't work out so easily. Like, ta-da! Okay, so that makes that puts that at the height where you can walk on it. To this day, I just like wasn't really that ready for the game to just be like, hey, by the way, there's another world. Surprise. So you go there. There's gotta be some reason I can't just put this in right away, right? I see what it is. Yeah. That's not what I expected, actually. I wasn't expecting it to rotate like that. I forgot about that mechanic a little bit, but I can't physically push it in. Even if it didn't rotate, is the issue is I can't push it over. The question kind of becomes, how do you do that? Oh man. That becomes a really weird question too. Like, do I use the big pipe to push it in? But then these things are going to overlap the squares the big pipe has to go down into. Oh, this is weird. I can't just push it in, right? Yeah. Now we're stuck like this. That's how you solve the rotation problem, but doesn't solve the pit problem. Because our character has poopy little stubby hands and can't push things over small cliffs. So we're kind of trapped at the moment. I know I'm probably grasping at straws here because you almost certainly need to do a solution where you use the other pieces in some way and don't just directly slide them to their spots. But even then, I can't think of what I would do. What bothers me is that though this thing's located in a location that closes this one off entirely, and this one off. So it seems like this bar has to be underground and this one has to be in position before you can even put this one in place. Which makes me wonder how the hell you put it in place. Is it really as simple as just sliding it in the correct way when it's on its own and not using the other pieces at all? Because that almost seems necessary with how it seems to block the solutions for the other two pipes. Like, it feels like they do have to be where they are right now for me to do this, but then how the hell do I solve this? Is it really as simple as just sliding it in and I'm just missing the trick? Because if it is, then why is it in like the last world if it's that simple? Granted, the first puzzle was weirdly simple. That is kind of a clean division. Huh. I'm noticing that the lineup of where this pipe is does not match up. It does not conflict with where the pipe underground is. The pipe underground only shares space with this one. Although it is the path I took to get here. I could almost see that. It's a bit of a logic leap, but what if we could hurdle this pipe over the wall before I place this guy? That would leave the big pipe free, and then I could use the big pipe to place this guy. Maybe even by stacking them? Maybe. If the big pipe, if the L-shaped pipe was on top of the big pipe as I pushed it into the hole, it could land directly into the spot and I could pre-position it and stuff like that. Huh. But how would I get it over the wall? Because that kind of seems like some next level crazy too. Let's separate you guys. So when I push these guys around, yeah, Steven's sausage roll rules do not apply. That does not roll the thing around that it's on top of. Okay. This might be doable. Kind of need a better plan about how to lay this stuff out. Let's see, this is the position it has to ultimately be in. But it's going to rotate once in order to get on top of the pipe, and then that pipe has to rotate probably in order to get it onto that wall. So I have to be off by 2 rotations. That's one way to get there. I need a little space here. Okay. Do I do it over here? Because right now it's not going to be lined up correctly. If I do it here, I think it will be. I can't press the button. Wait, no, it's you that's out of the, in the way. Oh. The other pipe's currently in my way. Can I work with that? I'm just trying to get it out of the way. It's gonna rotate onto here. That doesn't, it has to be sticking out on the other side. I've miscalculated the entire order of things. It has to... I think it'd have to be an L shape where that takes up these 2 spaces and that space. Which means that the 2 wide part has to be on the bar, probably. Like there, but one over. And then we could probably push it over. I think. So how do we get you to have the bar part in the right position? I think we want to rotate the other bar. We have a bit more to work with if it's vertical. This isn't... It's currently off by like 180 degrees. Was I wrong about where I wanted this to start? Does it need to be... Does it need to be horizontal? Maybe it does? It's still shaped the... It's getting really hard to picture these 3D things rotating and being on top of each other and shit several steps ahead. Can I make it... But that's the button it's rotating via, so... I've gotta do this then, right? So you're gonna end up down there. Is it everything I wished for? Oops. Oopsie. Let's center you a little bit more so you don't get stuck up there. Okay. So it needs to go there. How am I going to retrieve the beam that it's under? Okay, so that's going according to plan. Now I just need to push it away. Basically like that, right? Okay, not quite like that. But the idea is just to push it. Except now it's stuck, isn't it? Shit. It moves so absurdly. This might be a dead end of reasoning. I don't know if I can get it off the wall. No, reverse it. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it. Yeah. Wait, what the fuck am I looking at? Is it under the beam? No, I'm imagining that part. Okay. I want to reverse all of this. Okay, now they're not stacked on each other. What I realize is that I can use you. This is a hook. So if I use this, I can push something off. That's good. That is good. For starters. Now that's in position. Still need to push it over one more though. But my idea is that if I stack the big one on top of the small one, I can push that over with the big one, then I can hook it with the small one to pull it back off. So I just need to reverse the order in which I was stacking these things, basically. So that pushes you, you get stuck. They gave me this little, they're nice enough to give me this little chunk right here that makes it so you can actually move things around, so they don't get stuck. Yes. Wait. How am I gonna get them off? Part of me is thinking, like, do I scrape it off with this? But how do I get the L shape to not get stuck? That's just unsolvable, right? Like, that's a permanent problem I just made. Oh my god. That's not what I was going for, not quite. If I go down here, you just get stuck, right? You have passed away tragically. And there's no way to get the pipe back out, right? If I go that way. I'm really amused as a whole mechanic for killing your character. Steven Sausage Roll, on the other hand, Steven just had the strongest neck and could support incredible weights on top of his head. How do I get the pipe off? I did not think this through. Alright, we just have an all new problem to deal with. Shit. Oh my god. What am I missing? I imagine that this weird... If this entire thought process is even the right one, I imagine that this beam must be useful for this part of the puzzle, because where else would it come up? There's just this weird beam here. This is one of those levels where the level shape isn't really dictating how the puzzle is going to be solved, because it's just a giant open square they just gave to us. But there is a weird beam here. The other beam's an obstacle. This beam is just kind of here, and it's not in the way. It's so far away from the puzzle. So you probably use it to scrape this off of this. But how? It's made particularly difficult by the fact that there's a mechanic where if you... Yeah, that did it. Except for the issue now of how do I get this out of this corner. Damn it. Damn it, but also maybe something I can do something with? If only you were somehow being held. I mean, this is the opposite of how things work. Get off. Get off. Just go away. GTFO's not been working for me, so I've rewound considerably. I have one thing that might work. God damn it. Yep. 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 Alright, good to know I wasted all that time. And now I can rotate you so you're free. Now I think the final push is all that's left, which is push him into this hole, but while that's happening, have the other one set up so that it'll land there. In order to do that, you have to rotate onto this beam. And these things rotate clockwise, so you need to be counterclockwise when rotation from the solution configuration. So that is the solution shape. It has to be off by 1. That'll rotate into the solution shape. So I think we want this. It has to be over by 1. Oh wait, this. Aha, that's why that beam exists. Mystery solved. Haha. Oh, it's over. And I heard the water that time because I turned the volume up a little bit more. I was like, I just didn't hear it in the last puzzle and I felt like a crazy person. Plus 3. Where was the other hard one? Then we can find out what they think expert means, which I'm a little worried about. This is called the wind-up? Oh man. Oh, we've had such clean puzzles where it's very clear what the final shape's going to be, and I just need to figure out how to make that happen. This one's way more weird. This one, I don't even know what we're looking at. What is this one? Oh, fuck. This one scares me. Okay, so the pit is down by 1 from surface level. This one's up by 1 from surface level. And somehow we're going to make a really convoluted pipe shape connect. Let's just screw around a little bit, because I'm sure I'll be resetting. That connects that. Oh man, I almost need to draw like a cube to even imagine how to connect these. Let's see. So this is currently at ground level, so I need to go up by 1 and over by 3 while also facing that way. If I put one of these guys on here, standing up, it can go up by 1, then go over by 1, and it'll be open. It would be opening facing the direction I'm facing, but it'll be here. So that deals with how to get over by 1. Then if we put one down sideways, it can go. It's because remember we're talking about over here. It can go, it'll start here, then go left 1, then up 1. It'll be in here, in this L shape. So you can actually solve the puzzle with just these 3 L shapes. Raising the question of how do you then use this big guy. He's probably some big awkward monkey wrench we're using to move everything around. Let's see. So you need to... How do I even do that? I need it to be standing up on one of its ends, which is never... That's never happened before. They've always been lying on the sides of one of their pipes. But I need like this to become the bottom and stand up on that and just be sticking out. Is there a trick I can do with these guys? How would I... Oh no. How would I rotate it, like, on the other axis? I'm just sitting here staring at this, and it just seems impossible to do that. Like, I had the idea of, like, making it stand on its end, but I can't think of a single mechanical way that'd be even possible. So I'm just going to pretend I never thought of that, and try to think of other solutions. Let's see here. I'm a bit limited in my ability to move around right here, but that might fit. Imagine this... Oh wait, no, I can push it in. Kind of. Almost. Almost. Yeah, that's on top of it right now, right? So imagine that being down by 1 more. That would take it to 1 pipe below. That would leave 2 squares of space south of it. You might just be expected to fit these into each corner and that's it. I may have been having a much more extravagant solution in mind. Oh, that's already the right spot. Whoops. I was like trying to rotate it to be the correct shape. I'm like, wait, that's the shape I was going for. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I can push it, though. So if I can set it up to be just on top of this other piece when I push it in the first place, I can work with that. This seems manageable. Continually trying to get this guy out of the way. Just out of my way, dude. Okay, so you need to be shaped like this. But these rotate you clockwise. I guess I could just rotate this 3 times and that gets us to where it needs to be without me having to do all the more hard ways of doing it. If I put you here, you'll rotate like that. That's basically what I need. Then just push this in. Yes. That looks like a good news. Now I just need to find out how to get you into the right position, which I'm not entirely certain on. Oh, I was able to just push it. Why did I think I couldn't push it? That should have worked before, when I tried it last time. Okay, well, that worked out. Yep. I said it was one of those ones where it has multiple... There's ambiguity of what the solution will look like, and that turned out to be the thing that was stumbling me, was the fact that I couldn't even... I wasn't even pursuing the right shape. I think everything else is now extreme difficulty, which is worrying.